Did you buy your own, or are you renting it from them?
I don't know. I have to look. Maybe I'm renting. I'll have to look, but something's definitely shitty here.
Sometimes they do that deal where you, like, for the first year you have it, you pay every month, and then after the first year you own it.
I'll have to find out. I have to look at my cable bill. Because my internet connection downstairs is just the worst.
You might need to just reset your router. I need to do that every once in a while.
Yeah, I've done that.
Do you just use Wi-Fi, or do you use like a Ethernet cable?
It's Wi-Fi.
Okay. There's shit. I can't remember what it's called. There's like some kind of app or something you can get that boosts your Wi-Fi signal.
Yes, Stephanie has that on her laptop. I need to look into that and try to find it. Like an app on my machine jack.
Yeah.
Is Ben coming, or are we not sure? Or is he just going to pop in?
He's going to call from the shuttlecraft again.
I don't think he said anything when we said we were doing it tonight, did he?
He did not. That's why I was curious about his appearance here on the podcast this evening. I think my father-in-law did the Wi-Fi manager one. No, it's an Android one, so that wouldn't work. I'll have to find something that works.
It's an Android-like data.
So, what's up, bros? You guys ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You guys ready to do some podcasting?
I guess.
You know, it's funny. Earlier today, after I came home from work, TNG was on.
Uh-huh.
And, like, after watching DS9, it's just like, why did they waste their time with some of these episodes?
Well, it's weird. I mean,
the Robin Hood one and the one where Barkley gets real smart and takes the ship across the galaxy and stuff. It's like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
but those are fun.
They are fun, but
Dennis,
DS9, man.
There are people who think that TNG is like the watershed moments of Star Trek, and like,
don't get me wrong, it has some of the best episodes of Star Trek that you can find.
It also has some of the worst.
Yeah, and then a lot of it though is just kind of, all right, what are we doing this week?
What alien energy light creature is going to come onto the ship and possess something this time? Let's spin the wheel to see what happens.
Who do we need to escort to a conference?
This week, the light energy beam will take Beverly. Okay, let's make it happen.
Oh, no, she's in a pocket universe, and she has to find a way out.
Yes.
Everybody keeps disappearing.
But
that's what she gets for not showing up to the staff meeting.
But then some of the episodes are great. Like, I love Space Die Hard, the one where, like, they're cleaning the ship and, like, somebody be trying to steal it, and it's just Picard on the ship by himself doing action stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's a goofy one, but it's fun. I don't know.
The Nebula have a few laughs.
Yeah. But I mean, Deep Space Nine is just, it's so serious. And then what happens is they have episodes when it's not serious. And then we as reviewers are like, what the fuck, Deep Space Nine? Like, what do you do in an episode about this bullshit?
But I can't really remember. I guess they have some like relationship episodes. Like, I love her, but I can't tell her. Stupid Odo.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of stuff, but
which of course comes back up in this episode. So
even like silly ones, like where they go to Ferenginar and Quark is dealing with his wild mama.
Yeah,
and, like those are still like really good.
But I think that
you learn a lot. You know, it builds the universe.
That's because Ferengis are awesome and Quark is amazing. Like Quark just pops up on screen, and I just find myself entertained. He did it today in Flavor the Bold, where he just pops up and he said something to his brother. He said something to Rom when he's being held captive, and I just laughed because it was funny. And then, you know, when he's giving the speech about
he's like negotiating how long she's going to work for free.
Well, that I was going to mention that part again, but there was something else that he said that was funny. But yeah, then he turns it, I'm going to get you out of here, brother, no matter what. She's like, oh, Rom, if you do that, if you get Rom out of here, I'll work at the Dabo tables for free. For how long? For a year. Make it 2. And it's like, what happened here? Like,
Which was stupid because like he was about to do it for free, and then she's like, I'll do something for you. Okay, do extra. Now suck it.
Hey, it's like the 73rd rule of acquisition.
I mean, I was more than happy with the way it turned out. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
So, but yes, we are reviewing Favor the Bold. Favor the Bold. And this is all just kind of a setup for the next episode, but we never review 2-parters together. We always split them up.
I mean, I feel like the whole beginning of this season is just kind of like one continuous storyline.
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
Which is weird for Star Trek.
But it's cool. You know, it's very much like the TV of the day, where you have an overarching storyline that runs for many episodes, and you see where you go, and that's what's happening right here. You know, this is the 5th episode of the season. The crew of the fucking Defiant, yes, they're pissed off because they're tired of getting their asses kicked. They're tired of retreating and advancing and retreating and retreating and advancing.
They're so good with the Rotaran of like tricking these Jem'Hadar to come attack them, and then like, oh, we were just playing. We're not really hurt. Pew 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 pew.
Holla at your boy. We done fucked you up.
Yeah, just because nobody else knows how to do that.
And you think after a while they would kind of catch on.
No.
But no, it doesn't happen. But the whole point of it being that morale is super, super low and they need a big victory. They need something. And Sisko comes up with the plan. He's like, you know what? We're going to fucking take back the station.
Okay.
That's his big plan. And I'm not going to lie to you, as the viewer of the episode, when he said it, I got chills a little bit. I was like, oh, shit, we're going to do this. It's going to be awesome.
Like, you don't even question how he's going to do it. He doesn't say anything. You're just like, yeah.
It kind of feels like he just made it up on the moment.
Yeah.
Like he was like, fuck, Dax is coming back. I got to think of something. Retake the station. Yeah, that's it.
I've got it, old man. I got a plan.
I've got this picture on the wall of the station with some like Starfleet emblems around it. We're going to do that.
I feel like he had just gotten stoned the night before and he's like, you know what we should do, man? We should go take back the station.
Yeah, man.
I've got
prophets, man. They were talking to me.
I've got the best idea ever. We're going to take the station and move it somewhere so they can't find it. And then we will take it for ourselves.
But wait. The station isn't what's important. The wormhole is.
We'll move the wormhole.
If we move the station, they'll think the wormhole's somewhere else too.
It'll totally work, bro. You're hushing my mellow. But it's they're going to take over the wormhole, and that's the plan. They're going to take over the station because Sisko makes a really great point. Like, that's the key to the whole quadrant, because that's where the wormhole is. The fucking pussies like you guys in Starfleet are, what about Earth? What's going to happen? You're going to invade Earth. And Sisko's like,
don't worry about Earth. I got that shit.
Anybody say anything about oil? Anybody say anything about Earth?
We're trying to get that oil.
Trying to get that wormhole. But yeah, he comes up with the plan. He says, look, they're not going to worry about Earth because the wormhole is where it's at. Everybody wants to get up in that hole, baby.
He basically said, we can lose Earth. It don't matter.
Yeah.
As long as we got that wormhole.
Get that wormhole, Jack. We're going to get it.
Sweet wormhole action.
Yeah. We're going to get that wormhole. It's going to be tight.
Get all up in that wormhole.
Lick it, stroke it.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of profits out of there.
That's right,
Dax
Jack.
is like, you want to see my wormhole?
Hey now. You know. The Klingons are not excited about this wormhole plan. The Garon does not want to commit such a large force, but leave it to our boy, Mr. Smarty Pants. the most wonderful of all Klingons, General Martog, says, like, I'll go see him. And Worf, you're coming with me. And Worf's like, yeah, he doesn't like me. He's like, yeah, but that'll make it even better because he'll hear it from his allies and his enemies that it's a good idea. I'm like, wow.
I don't understand that logic exactly.
I mean, me neither, but I like Martog enough. And
It's supposed to be like the devil and the angel on his shoulders. It's like they're both saying the same thing.
Good cop, bad cop.
And it's delivered with such gusto from the person of the man who plays General Martog. What is his name? J.G. Heltzer or whatever his name is. That I'm just like, I would do anything for that guy. Like if that guy was like, if he was dressed as a Klingon and spoke in Martog voice, was like, Bob, run into that wall as fast as you can. I'd consider. I'd be like, yeah, all right, let's do it. Like I'm gonna run full speed head on into that.
For the glory of the Empire, you must do it.
It's like, yeah, for the glory of the Empire. Hell yeah, Martog. Martog is quickly becoming one of my favorite characters in this show. Like every time I see him, I'm just like, wow, he's awesome. He's so great.
Yeah, we noticed.
I know. I love him. I can't help it.
He is pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's not like a standard rah-rah Klingon guy. Like he kind of understands where everybody else is coming from. He's got a good perspective on like how everything should work and where the Klingons fit into it all, you know? Everybody else, all the other Klingon guys are like, oh, you guys are pieces of shit because you're not Klingon. But he's like, no. Ferengi's going to Ferengi. Human's going to human. Let's use that.
Yeah, let's let the Klingons Klingon, baby.
That's right.
You know?
That's more blood wine for us, baby.
That's right, Jack. We're gonna get it all. It's so wonderful. He's just
brag all you want.
He's just so great on this episode.
I was just thinking we need like a Martok 2020 poster to follow up our Gowron poster.
Yeah, that Gowron campaign didn't work out the way we wanted it to.
No.
You know what? I still have mine. I love my Gowron poster. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I'll go door to door for Martok.
Oh, yeah, me too. Martog the best. And you know Garon's got to know that too, that like Martog is just such a great dude. You know, secretly Garon's like, fuck, I wish he would just die already. Like, what the hell? Why can't they just kill him out there? Like, why is he still around?
No, he's always like wondering, I wonder if Martok's talking about me today. I wonder if Martok's going to come by and see me when he comes to Kronos.
Man, we gave him the worst ship in the fleet, and now he's totally bossing those dudes too.
That's why I love this guy, man. He's so awesome. I just want to be friends with him.
I don't know. I think it's the other way around. If anything, I think with the Klingon, it's going to be like, oh, he's going to try to usurp me and take power.
No, don't you see it? Like whenever Gowron sees Martok, like his eyes get even bigger. He's like, oh, oh.
Do you think that they look up at space and start singing somewhere out there in Klingon?
Yeah.
I would love to hear that.
I know they're definitely singing. I know that much.
Yeah, they definitely sing songs about their triumphs in battle. Oh yeah, I mean, because Klingons will sing songs of the triumph in battle at a drop of a hat, baby. Just give them.
So they just had the Star Trek Las Vegas convention this past weekend.
We should go to that.
Do you think do they have like a Klingon happy fun time hour or anything like that? Where like people just dressed up as Klingons all get together and like roughhouse and sing songs and shit. That would be so awesome.
Oh, so you're saying like you want it to just be like the bar, like a Klingon bar?
Yeah, it'll be like when they went undercover as Klingons and fighting over the blonde wine and stuff like that.
I don't see why we couldn't have one.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
You know,
that'll be the Dork Trek contribution to Star Trek Las Vegas.
Dude, I would love to go to Star Trek
2022. Vegas. We're coming for you.
Like it would be the best. Like just to go there and drink blood wine and headbutt each other.
Yeah, and probably like in 3 years, 2 or 3 years, my kids will be big enough where they look like cool little Klingons running around, breaking shit,
swinging their heads around.
Yeah, little plastic batless.
No, you got to get them the real thing, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to learn. You might as well start them out with the real thing.
That's
and
right.
I mean, think of all the weird sex that must go on at Star Trek convention. Like, there's got to be so much kinky, weird sex.
Yeah, and that's just the stuff Brent Spiner's trying to talk people into.
Oh, Dennis, you so crazy. That was great, baby. You good.
He earned that one.
Are you guys going to see Star Trek the Motion Picture in theaters when it comes out?
Maybe.
I think I'm going to go. I don't know why I'm going to go, but I think I'm just going to. I don't know why I'm going to go pay money to watch people look at a movie that I'm looking at, but it'll be cool to see on the screen, I guess.
Is it remastered or anything?
Oh, I mean, I imagine so, right?
I don't know.
I mean, it's the 40th anniversary, so they got to be doing something, baby. And maybe they'll show you a little peek on the screen what they're looking at. Like, oh, look! Oh,
I think if I'm going to go, I'm going to have to go with Ben so I can hear all the commentary and smack talk and stuff.
oh, yeah, of course. There would be no reason. I mean, I'm sad that I'm not going with Ben. I'm going with James, the dude that wants to do the Voyager episodes, who came on Dork Trek with us a couple times. He wrote me into going with him because he tricked me. He was like, "Are you going to go?" And I was like, "Yes." He's like, "Do you want to go together?" And at that point, I couldn't say no. Like, I was already committed. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll go with you," because I like doing things by myself, especially things of that nature. But yeah, he got me.
They never do that on the peninsula, though. Like, I always got to go to Norfolk to watch these Fathom
Really?
events. Yeah.
Really? That's bullshit.
I would think that they would do it at like AMC or something.
AMC 24 is a great movie theater.
Yeah.
It is.
But aren't Fathom events normally like a certain like chain? Isn't that normally like the Cinemark brand, or is that?
They'll do some Fathom events there, but never the ones that I want to see.
Which
I always
ones?
go to Military Circle. It's like $3 cheaper than everywhere else.
Yeah.
Hazard pay.
Dodge the bullets.
Exactly.
And they just show the Fathom events for White Men Can't Jump over and over and over again. Like, how many times are you going to show White Men Can't Jump Fathom events at Military Circle Mall? Military Circle Mall is the black mall in Virginia Beach.
I don't even know if I call it that. It's basically an abandoned mall at this point.
Oh, there's nothing there? Well, it's
There's
just
pretty much nothing there.
it was the black mall for a while. Now there's nothing there?
I think it's like office space or something now.
Weird.
Like people just run dentist office or something out of I don't know.
That's weird.
That's what happened to there was like this little tiny mall in Newport News next to where I used to live, and the last thing in there was a Sears and like a Piccadilly cafeteria. And the rest of it was like Lockheed Martin or somebody Northrop Grumman came in there and bought a bunch of the space up, and then eventually the Sears died. So
interesting. There's a really great abandoned mall in Cincinnati. There's a Kohl's, a Bass Pro Shop that's moving, an old school arcade, and a bounce house build. Like, it's a storefront that just has inflatables in it, like, so kids can go there and like bounce and stuff, and that's it. And this mall is gigantic, and there's nothing else in there, like zero, zilch, nada. It's just this giant empty mall.
back when they used to have those drone leagues, like they would go to abandoned malls and fly, like set up drone courses for people to race their drones.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I love abandoned malls. Like we would just go there and walk around. It's like, this is amazing. Like, look at it.
It's great for filming zombie movies.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Abandoned Mall series on YouTube?
Yes, I have seen some of that.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Some of it's kind of spooky. It's like going back in time because it's
It
like
is.
the place is just shut down. Just they left all the shit in the store, just closed the gate and walked away.
Shoot, we got to go. And they just
Haunted
Yeah.
Claire's.
Ooh. Some kid
Ghost comes
died
out, tries to pierce your ears.
getting
The
their
Revenge of Orange Julius.
But yeah, so we learned that Rom is facing execution for his part in trying to sabotage the fucking minefield.
Of all the things to like be executed for, sabotage is a pretty cool one to go down for, I would
Yeah,
think.
yeah, it's totally cool. It's totally cool. I agree. And
People
then
have to
Rom,
refer to you as a saboteur.
which is very
which is-
cool.
It's the coolest negative thing to be called, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I want to be something, I want to be a saboteur.
You don't want to be like a murderer, a
Uh.
kidnapper, a rapist. I want to be a saboteur.
What are you in for? Saboteuring. Like, oh, that's important.
Fancy.
Ooh, listen to you. Oh, yes. What did you saboteur? The Orange Julius. Yes. I poisoned the Julius.
Took down a whole mall.
It's sabotage. Well, the word sabotage is pretty wonderful in itself.
It's from when the French workers threw their shoes into the machines to protest. That's from Star Trek 6.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
The Romulan Vulcan lady.
We're just going to take your word for it, Ben. There's no one here to dispute you, Dennis.
Mhm.
You're the lord of Star Trek trivia right now. You know it all. You have defeated Ben.
Feel my power.
Now you can just make up any old shit that you want to.
No, that was Kim Cattrall. She was explaining that.
Yes.
When they were looking for the people who killed the Klingons.
Now, I heard she got in trouble because she was trying to do some slutty pictures that she was going to sell to like magazines and stuff on the deck of the Enterprise. And Nimoy called her and was like, yeah, no. Like she was trying to do some racy photos.
I don't believe it. I have to see them to believe that.
You have to believe the racy. I'm telling you, man, I heard all about it. I read it somewhere on the internet. I'll find it.
I want to see the pictures.
Well, I don't think they exist anymore. That's the whole thing.
They exist somewhere.
Think about Kim Cattrall.
There's at least an artist rendering somewhere.
There's Kim Cattrall. Her tit hanging out.
Yeah.
Like it's weird to me to think
the
that
Vulcan nerve pinch on her boobies,
on her clit. She was in Mannequin. She's in Star Trek 6 and Sex and the City. What a career!
Yeah,
you know what a career, Kim Cattrall. But yeah, dude. So this episode is it's just all set up. We learned some fun things about Wayun and his people that they don't see aesthetic. They have no idea about aesthetics and color. And
now, Bob, I don't know if you're just glossing over this on purpose or what. But I seriously had to watch this episode 2 times because the first time I watched it, I could not stop thinking about Odo and his 3-day sex fest.
Well, yes, we can get there. I hadn't got to that part yet, but we were going to get there. But yes.
I couldn't focus because I was just thinking 3 days, like, man.
That I think I just cringed. I just cringed out loud. I don't know how I did it, but I did. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, and then my imagination was just off and running.
Now, because has Odo ever made love with a human before, with a solid?
Yeah, with that, when he was a solid, he did. There was that lady who was being hunted, like there were bounty hunters after her.
That's right.
They had to erase her memory or whatever.
That's
so
right.
She don't remember having sex with Odo, but he remembers.
But Odo remembers.
That's right. He's like Pepperidge Farm, baby. He remembers.
So then Odo and her had like real sex.
Yeah. He came hard.
Yeah, but not what happened though. Like nothing happens though. Like it's just
he was a human then. Or, whatever.
Yeah, but at this point now, though, if he's trying to nut, like nothing's really going to happen. It's just he's just going to make.
I'm sure he demonstrated for her.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like it's not actually going to be real ski, Dennis. It's all just going to be like, and at some point in the passion, the man stops and makes a silly face, and then gets tired and wants to not. And
the woman's like, no, not yet.
And he's like, too bad, lady. It's a coming.
This conversation is causing too many visuals in my brain. I can't take it.
I was just thinking, like, how many different positions? Like, did they switch genders? Did they do gay stuff? Did they do lesbian stuff? Like, because they're shapeshifters.
Well, but the thing is, though, Dennis,
they can do anything.
They had 3 days.
Well, that's my whole point in general. Like, they don't even really they're gender neutral, so they're just doing whatever they want.
They can ask the computer, "Hey, computer, open up the Space Kama Sutra," and just like go to town on each other.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's not fun for them, but
they had to enjoy it to some extent. They did it for 3 days.
Exactly. Because right afterwards, she's like, that was fun and all, but it's not as fun as like when we do the Great Link thing. But y'all did it for 3 fucking days.
See, they need to put those two things together. Mix the love making with the linking, get all the enjoyment of the linking and get some of that physicality in there.
Yeah, because
real founders Kama Sutra.
Why wouldn't they just like link their genitals together at that point, just and then leave the rest of their body solid and just?
probably did. I mean, again, 3 days.
And like
It's a
Odo,
long
Odo
experiment.
didn't even know. He's like, man, I got to get to that meeting. And she's like, no, son, that meeting was over 2 days ago. And she's like, what? We've been fucking for 3 days?
No, I can't.
How much?
I'm not even joking. Like I couldn't focus on the rest of the episode after that.
Yeah.
See, I had the exact opposite reaction. I was just like, man, let's just move on.
I'm a weirdo.
And even like Kira even came to the Odo, let's go see Odo. And he's like, yeah, no, he's not seeing anybody right now. Like, why not? Because he's inside getting his fuck on. And she's like, damn, son, like, how long are they going to be doing this? She's like, well, they've been in there for 3 days. Damn.
Yeah.
And then the weird part is
Odo turned into a feral hog. They just went for it.
She fucking was like, suck my feral hog. I got 50 of them, baby. And he made 50 feral hogs.
50.
Yeah. But the weird part about it is, though, like, after they finish, like, they both just look so unsatisfied. Like, because they were just
They can't come.
They were both just sitting on the bed with clothes on. Like, so that's it? Like, we spent 3 days doing that?
Now we know that it's not really clothes. That's their outer skin.
Yes.
They just make it look like clothes for our benefit.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird that they would do that together.
Yeah. Come on, Star Trek. Let us see them naked.
So, well, I
Their
guess...
little formless bodies.
Well, I mean, I guess we do see them naked when they kind of liquefy, you know?
Yeah, I guess
Sure.
that's them naked.
That's about as naked as they're going to
She's
get.
pretty much doing that for Odo's benefit.
Yeah, she's like, Odo,
Because he's so used to being, fake Bajoran Odo or whatever.
Odo's kind of a space prude.
Yeah. He doesn't know how to be his natural self.
You don't know how to get it on.
I think he does now. I mean, after 3 days, if you haven't picked something up,
Well, I mean,
just give it up.
At some point, though, when does boredom kick in? Like, are they reading books while they're doing this? Are they watching?
Though, if you were a shapeshifter, would you get bored?
I mean, 3 days, Dennis. 3 days is a really long time. You know, try doing anything. You know what? Try doing anything for 20 minutes without getting distracted. I dare you. Just
I
anything.
can.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm willing to try. Make me a shapeshifter.
I mean, I'm sure they took breaks in there to like order some Postmates.
Drink some Gatorade.
Yeah, I was gonna say drink some Kool-Aid or something.
Really got to
You know.
hydrate.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Doesn't Odo have to go in his bucket every 16 hours? I guess if he's linking, he doesn't have to or something. Because
I don't know.
Because he's like, oh, I lost all track of time. But it's like, don't you have to go in your bucket every once in a while? Or is that fixed now that he linked?
I mean, at some point they're probably linking as well. Like, I'm sure they're doing both, you know, because Odo's a chump. I put it on Twitter today when I was watching the episode. He's that guy that gets a girlfriend and just ghosts everybody, just disappears.
Yeah.
He's gone for 3 days. And, like, he's supposed to be in love with Kira and Nerys. How is Nerys supposed to take anything? I mean, first he's a traitor to their cause. And then
that's the other thing, too. Did the female changeling make herself look like Kira while they were doing it?
Or did Odo make himself look like Kira and was like, fuck me, bro.
Look like me and fuck me. I want to know what she sees.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what she's getting out of this, baby.
And put on like a handlebar mustache. Yeah.
Now dress like Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
keep yelling, dig it.
They should really hire us to write Star Trek.
I mean, they kind of do in a roundabout way.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, we all saw the.
They
Klingons.
never take the good stuff though.
We saw the Klingons. Well, I mean, to be fair, it is kind of canon that Klingons have 2 dicks now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I will. That is our contribution to Star Trek forever. Like, that's what we created. You know, because
It's a hell of a legacy, really.
Because I'm sure when they wrote that episode way back in TNG, when they said they have redundant organs, I'm sure I didn't hear anybody else say it for 22 years. Does that mean they have 2 dicks? Like, nobody else said it. We were the first one. It was like the first thing we thought of instantly.
Mm-hmm.
4 balls, 2 dicks.
That's right.
So that's our contribution. You know what? Seth MacFarlane, you can have your little pretend show. That's we got the two dick theory, and that's it. That's all I need.
You're welcome, Star Trek universe.
Yeah. Take that, Kilt Man.
That alone should give us some cred to go to Star Trek Las Vegas and set up our
I
Klingon.
think we should get press passes for that.
Dude, we should have like a fucking like a TED talk. How we came up with the idea for two dick Klingon.
Well, we were watching Star Trek.
What episode? I can't remember.
The one where Worf breaks his back.
And they were gonna kill him or something.
He wanted to die. But they're like, nah, man, you got two dicks. You got to live.
Dude, you got all that dick. You got to use it, baby. Can't let them double dicks go to waste. That was Riker's contribution to the episode, but it ended up on the cutting room.
Just like massaging his shoulders while he's saying it. Come on, man, you got to use those two dicks.
I mean, you're a walking party, man. Come on.
What, I'm supposed to hang out with Geordie and fuck girls? I don't think so, man.
Geordie's got no dicks.
Data talks too much.
And he can take his dick off and put on other parts, which is weird. Like an egg beater. A jackhammer. One of those dental hygienist things. It's weird, man. I don't like it.
Now let Data, Odo, and the female changeling go at it.
That's hot. That's hot.
I mean, I would just watch Garon do it because he's got dicks for everybody. Be like, take this. Like, go this way. It's got some friend the fire. Yeah, dude, it's real hot. But yeah, I'm seeing that's enough for me. Like, I don't need more than that.
Yeah, I didn't need any of this Odo sex scene stuff. I'm good.
I mean, if they're gonna show it, though, they might as well like show it. Like, I want to see some silk sock stalking style, like, you know, passionate love making. Think about if they did this now, like how. We got to see that Klingon lady's boobs, and those were weird looking. But yeah, think about watching this now. Like if they made this now, there'd be liquid all over the place.
Yeah, they'd be doing each other, like shape-shifting into different people while they're doing it.
They'd just be throwing water against the wall. That'd be the effect. That'd be the practical effect. Just whoosh. Look at all that. That's all orgasm stuff.
That's all link.
They linking everywhere, baby.
They linked all over the place. Link on my face, baby.
Oh man, we need a tarp in here. We getting everything wet from all this linking. So gross. Please help us with there's too much water, baby. So roll up your pants. Get some galoshes.
It's like global warming in here.
I know, Jack.
The iceberg's melted from all this linking.
We flooded Deep Space Nine. Look like New Orleans after Katrina. You better get yourself a rowboat. That's right. Kanye West on TV talk about how the shapeshifters don't care about black people. The founders don't care.
Golden God doesn't care about black people.
Well, yeah, that's obvious.
That's probably true, yeah.
Because he's got his whole other side thing going because he wants the relationship to be fixed with his daughter because Nerys is trying to free Rom because Rom's going to be executed. So he goes to Zial and like, hey, you got to talk to your dad. So she goes to talk to Golden God and he's like, hey, look, will you free Rom? And he's like, fuck no, I ain't doing that. And then she's like, but Dad, you said that you were different and you changed and blah, blah, blah. And me.
You believe that shit?
Yeah, you're a dumbass.
But I hate to say it, but Goldukot's kind of right. Like, you just can't go pardoning everybody who is part of the resistance.
Yes.
He was caught red-handed.
Yes, he was. It's true. I mean, she is making a valid point here. Like, you want to prove that you've changed.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe not, give him a stay of execution, but they definitely should lock him up.
Like they should definitely keep him locked up. They should definitely lock him up, but I mean, they shouldn't kill him. And to be fair too, man, I mean, like, if you just put him on like a prison planet, that would be like a punishment much worse than death. But he's totally Donald Trumping it up because he's like, oh yeah, I'm a nice guy now. But then he tweets like real mean shit, like, look, Rom is gonna die and I'm gonna shoot him myself. He's a traitor. Very bad person, Rom.
He's about to become the only good kind of Ferengi.
Yeah.
Dead one.
Oh. But yeah, so he gonna kill him. They did. And then they send Gul Dukat's bitch, whatever his name is.
Demar DeRozan.
Yeah, he gets his ass kicked. Kira beats the shit out of that
He
dude.
really does, too.
I mean, yeah.
He's literally black and blue when he comes back with.
Because, like, he gives off a real...
It's cartoonish how badly he's beaten.
He gives off, like, a real creepy, like, I'm gonna rape you vibe. Is that just me? Like, I don't like that guy at all. Like, he gives me a weird... Like, every time him and Nerys talk, he's all like, I'm gonna fucking show that uppity bitch. Like, he's got a real crappy attitude towards her. Like,
I don't know what Gul Dukat sees in her.
Yeah, but I'm gonna fucking do something terrible to her one day. I just don't like him. Like, he creeps me out. And she whipped his ass.
I will say though, like I like Damar and I like Zial. I think the actors are doing like good performances with both.
Oh, totally. And I like Damar DeRosa and Quark's relationship.
Yeah.
Because he's just a booze hound. Like, he's just some bureaucrat who lives for the drink, and when things are going well, he's going to get boozy and then tell Quark shit. Like, he's the leak, and he doesn't even know it, you know? He'd just be telling Quark stuff. Oh, yeah, man, I figured all that shit out. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And now they suddenly know that they're going to take the minefield down. How? Who found out?
I was so careful. I looked over my shoulder at that one Bajoran guy, and he left, so who else could have told them?
Quark is on the right side. He's already said as much. Man. Yeah, Quark he's a cool dude. He gives me booze.
He's one of the good Ferengi.
And then he gives me booze and I tell him secrets. It's a perfect relate. Oh. Do you think it was Quark?
Nah.
He didn't even try to poison me for killing his brother.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. But it's good, dude. It's a good show. I dig it.
Yeah, so they get the message out in Morn's mother's birthday's presents.
Yes, which is very nice.
Pretty clever.
Pretty clever, I'd agree.
Pretty spot on that Morn doesn't want to go to his mom's birthday party. Like, he's trying to, like most adults, like try to find excuses not to go and see their parents or whatever. I need my space. I'm Space Morn.
You just sweating me, Mom. Just let me live my life. Stop sweating me. But yeah, so then all this other bullshit happens, and we getting ready for this war, baby. We getting ready.
They can't wait for the Klingons. They gotta go now.
Yeah, because they're gonna have all the mines down in like 3 days, and then once the wormholes open for business, then the shit hits the fan. Then they got no shots. They got to go now. They got to go. So here that they're off.
Now, what were they were like they showed the fleet rolling out, and they're obviously like exactly. Ludacris was there. They showed like the Galaxy class, the other like big starships, but there are these like little small ships flying around. I wish Ben were here. I want to know what those were.
They're the punk ships.
The punk ships? They like runabouts, or
they might be runabouts. They might be
kind of small.
I mean, but if you're bringing runabouts to a big fucking space battle, you gonna be in some trouble.
They're maneuverable, I guess.
Like, I mean, that's not much, bro.
Maybe like the if they need to get like the special forces guys onto the station
to do some special forces stuff,
flying close and like teleport them in.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Something like a fighter, something that's like a little bit more military than a runabout, I guess, but not like a full ship. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna blow some shit up, but we got war, baby. We got a battle coming.
That's right.
And that's it. That's the episode. That's it. It's over.
They're outnumbered. But
2-1.
Fortune favors the bold.
Yep.
Let's find out, baby.
And there's some other cool stuff that happens, like Nog becomes an ensign, which is cool. And like him and the relationship between him and O'Brien is becoming rather fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like, hey, they made me an ensign. And O'Brien's like, oh, shit, we're fucking desperate, huh?
They really, like, when he comes out in his uniform and has that talk with O'Brien as they're walking towards the bridge, they really took a lot of shots on that. Like, there were so many turns in the hallway, and they, like, set up a different shot for each, like, line of the conversation. It was really interesting.
But it's cool too, because I mean, like, Rom is becoming a really good character on the show, you know, and like, I'm sure when he was first cast, oh yeah, you're going to be the captain's son's friend. He's like, oh cool, I'll do 2 episodes and that's it. I mean, he's in every week. Now he's an ensign, for Christ's sakes. Like, he's almost higher ranked than the chief at this point, because he's going in the officer route and the chief is just a chief. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting, man. It's just very good character progression on all points. Like, I like the Garrick little storyline that they have, where Garrick's basically being debriefed and he's pissed off because they think they put something in his brain. Like, he goes QAnon on us and he's like, they put something in my brain. It's a conspiracy. I know it. He's like, no, dude, they wouldn't do that to you. Starfleet intelligence isn't going to put a chip in your brain to find out what you know. He's like, but we would do it all the time.
No, we'll just put cameras in your quarters.
Yeah.
Not a chip, though.
No, that's so impersonal.
Does Garrick know about Section 31, you think? Because we know all about Obsidian Order. We know all about, like, the Tal Shiar. But, like, you never hear those other species talk about Section 31.
If Julian knows, then I'm sure Garrick knows, because they be talking in bed after they be making love to one another.
Yeah. Julian calls his penis Section 31.
I thought that's what he called his butthole.
It's all butthole.
It's
a dark and secretive place.
Yep, he just rests his balls on the spoon on his forehead and then just, like, slaps his right in his mouth, because Julian's real big and he can reach.
Genetically enhanced.
Yeah, he's genetically enhanced with a huge peen.
See, he should be thanking his mom and dad for that.
I'm sure
I didn't just get the brains.
Got this
huge cock too.
This big dong.
That's right.
Who wants to suck it?
My dong, da dong, dong, dong.
Come on, you want to suck it? Everybody want to suck it. Let me put it on your spoon head and just tap you with it.
Come on, I got all the best hypo sprays.
Ooh, I'm gonna give it to you. You won't even feel it. You won't even feel
recreational hypo sprays.
You won't even feel it. You love it. You're a whore for me. Section 31. Ooh. So yeah.
Let me get in that obsidian orifice.
It's even hard to rate this episode, because I feel like it's all just set up.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like this episode is almost like an incomplete.
Well, much like a lot of the 2-parters, a lot of it hinges on how they pull it off in the second part.
They've set it up wonderfully. Like, I'm excited to see what happens. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm basing my ratings on I'm excited to see what happens. So I'm gonna say like a 7.5.
I think I'm gonna basically agree. I was gonna say 7, because it really set it up really well, and I like seeing Kira kick that guy's ass. I took a half point off for having to think about Odo banging the other changeling.
Dennis gave it a whole extra point for that.
I did.
That's why I had to watch it twice, because he had to go, rub one out, come back, try again.
This is so hot.
Where are the kids asleep?
Put them to bed. You go to bed too.
That's right.
I need to be alone for 3 days. But yeah, it's real good. Dennis, what do you say?
I give this 8.5.
8.5.
And because I think if they pull off this second half of this,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to bump it up to a 9. 'Cause I think it's great.
Dennis.
There's a lot of shit going on. A lot of storylines. They're all interesting. I can't wait to see what happens next.
There are a lot of threads here. And you are right. It is all pretty interesting. So
now, like without getting into spoilers or anything, after this little story arc completes, is the rest of the season just continuous story, or do they kind of like stop this and then have another little story arc or something like that?
from the looks of it, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So what happens is then it kind of changes course for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm kind of like I'm almost afraid to see what happens next after this little story arc, because this has been so freaking great, like a great way to kick off this season. That, like, what are they going to follow it up with? You know?
Yeah.
More Klingon kick-ass fun happy hour or whatever. I don't know,
but we'll figure it out.
There's going to be some holodeck action coming up later. So
nice.
I know there's going to be some awesome shit happening.
Barclay's going to have some fantasy role-playing.
That's what you can't wait for right there, Jack.
They get like a lounge singer or something, don't they?
That happens later, yeah.
Okay. They are like, we can't get Joe Piscopo again. We got to get somebody better than that.
Yeah.
Lounge singer.
Nice.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's good stuff. So there you go. So that's the episode. Sorry we didn't record last week, but here we are. We're having a good time with Dork Trek. Thank you so much to everyone for listening to Dork Trek. We appreciate your listens.
Make sure everybody besides Dork Trek go and check out the Metal Shark Bro Kickstarter.
Yeah, thanks, Dennis.
Get it over the line, baby.
We're working hard, Jack. We're working hard. And yeah, man, so thank you very much for listening, and we will be back next week. I promise we'll be back next week. Next week.